Hello and welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2 with Promods 2.60. Thank you very much for joining me in today's video. Last time out, we managed to make our journey over from somewhere in Valencia. I cannot remember exactly. Did we start in... We started in Almeria, went over to Valencia, and then from Valencia we went across over to here. That might have been a separate journey actually, and we dropped something off over here at BRT. Then at the end of the last video I wasn't really sure where I was going to go. Well, if we have a look at the freight market now, over here we do have a few options available to us, and the one I'm thinking of taking is this one here, which is 22 tons of crane, or crane weighing 22 tons, from Palermo to Messina, perhaps. Now I'm just going to have a look on the world map exactly where. It's all the way out here. So in this video we're going to be driving up to WeBuild here. I might just fill up a little bit of petrol over here first, drive there, and then make our way over to the other side of the Isle of Sicily, and then hopefully from here we should be able to catch. Now those look like toll booths. I kind of want to avoid toll booths, but there really seems to be no way of avoiding toll booths, which is annoying. But from there hopefully we should be able to catch a ferry onto the mainland and then continue on our journey, perhaps through Italy, which would be nice. So make sure you stay tuned for a journey with a 22 ton crane across the Isle of Sicily. Alright, here we go. On our way out. I'm hoping my head tracking works okay today. I have been messing around with it just a little, so it may not do what I want it to do, but we shall have to see. Looks clear and looks clear. Okay, I do not have a topic of conversation for this video, so we'll have to see what I come up with over the next few minutes. I suppose I have to come up with something. First things first is every time I do this I can never remember, there doesn't seem to be any trams here. Is it the first or second? That it's the first. That changes the... Yeah, you should be staying there. Good. That changes the gearing set. Right, brand new roads. Here we go. Well, that was a good gear change right there. Happy with that gear change. .32 miles per hour, 5th gear, or 5 low should I say. Hopefully everybody is having a lovely day today, whatever day this is coming out on. Friday? Should be Friday. I'm just going to fill up some petrol in here because as you can see I am just a little low on fuel. Right, handbrake on. Engine off, fill up the tank. It's going to cost me a little, and for some reason I still do not have that center display working. Now I checked when this was last updated. It was sometime at the end of December this mod was updated, so I'm not sure exactly what's going on. So yeah, that's an interesting one. I wonder if I could start in 4th. Ah, I can. There we go. It's good enough for me. Now this is where it gets difficult because I cannot actually see all too well. I see that one car. I think after that car... Ah, that car's actually letting me go. Really? Come on. There we go. Okay, that is a little difficult to see in that mirror, especially with the sort of smaller screen that I have. Apparently this is 25. Okay. Let's trot along at 25 then. This might take a while to get to our destination just to pick up our crane. But it should make one good episode. So there's a lot here that it looks like Promods will be looking at building, which is interesting. It would be nice to have the entire Isle of Sicily sorted with all these roads. That would be really nice. I'm still looking for I was going to say high scale. It'd be a low... What would the right term be for this? It's not high scale, low scale. What's 60? Okay, fine. I say high scale, low scale. I'm thinking of maybe a 1 to 1 would be amazing, but perhaps we cannot do 1 to 1. 1 to 2, 1 to 3 scale of the UK. That would be brilliant. Or what they should do is they should have the motorways at that scale, and then yeah, if you have the motorways at that scale and then have the towns as a 1 to 1 scale, that might work a little bit better. That would be interesting. So something along that. I'm just thinking about what would be really nice for the UK, and the reason I say the UK is because it's a decent sized island, and because it's a decent sized island, you would essentially you'd think, well, you can make the roads that actually stop everywhere. So we have a few roads that go over, obviously, like the Isle of Anglesey. We've got the bridge that goes over to the Isle of Anglesey, but for the most part you've not got anything like that. What is this? Okay. Okay, well, this is going to be interesting. But again, I know that is a massive, massive undertaking to do something like the UK. I mean, if you think about it, the UK currently is scaled 1 to 19. So, realistically, it would be like redoing all of Europe to manage that. Okay. It's got a lot of vibration here in my wheel. I'm not sure if you can hear it. Oh yeah, you can probably hear it. I didn't realise that it would give the terrain effects would be that pronounced. And we're coming back this way too. I'm not sure it's actually like... This isn't very realistic. This does allow me to work on these on the wheel though, which is something I will do in a moment. as soon as I've parked up, I'll work on the wheel and I'll drop some of the settings. I mean, it's not a heavy force, it's just lots of vibration. Well, I'm putting the CSL-DD through its paces right now. And apparently this is 43 miles per hour. I think not. Can I perhaps drive here to help me? No, that doesn't help at all. Is there anywhere that I can put the wheels of this? Okay, let's see. 43. Yeah, I can't do that. It's too much. That is too much. Come on, almost there. Almost there. Almost there. Whoa! This is going to shake my entire wheel apart. .25 miles per hour through all of this. But yes, I know that the whole Britain map kind of thing would be a massive, massive undertaking. It would be interesting though. It would really, really be interesting. Right, time to pick up our trailer and change the settings a little. I'll actually move forward a little bit more than that. There we go. What do we have? There it is. I will grab that. It's an important delivery. And also, just very quickly, let me drop those. Let's see. What do we have? Terrain surface. Let's bring that down. Engine resonance. Let's bring the engine resonance up a little. Maybe bring that down. Maybe that might just work a little better. I'm still trying to figure out what the best... no, do not do that. What is best for this? For driving this? Okay. There it is. And I do have advanced trailer coupling on, so this is going to be interesting. I'll do that, and into reverse we go. Now the question is will this require beacon lights? Oh, this is going to be interesting. Could that be dead center? No. If you cannot stop... That's a new one. Now I'm just trying... All I'm trying to do is... This is where I think this is a new challenge for me. Is getting this locked in. Now see, I think here I'm too far over, so maybe if I did that and now tried it, I think maybe it will accept that. Okay, let's take a look outside and see how close I am. Am I not? Now that to me looks like I'm actually lined up. So now I'm curious. That's not the one I want. There it is. There's the pin. Ah. That could be a problem. Why is that such a small fifth wheel pin? Is that what I'm trying to line up with? There we go. Now I'm in. Okay, next check. Does this have... Oh, guess it out of reverse. Does it have beacons? No. Should it have beacons? It is a little wide. That is wider than you'd expect, so I am going to run beacons on this. Here we go. Time for our journey. I wonder how long this is going to take. It's going to be more than 10 minutes. This could go over 2 episodes. Interesting. Well, let's see. Look at these. I wonder if these are all the kind of things, because this looks like a wind turbine. It looks like they're going to be building a wind turbine up here. That is what it looks like. By the way, I very much do not like wind turbines. I think they are horrible. And I also have... that's a little better on the gravel. This is 4 hours 24 minutes. Yeah, I can do this. It'll end up being a 45-minute episode probably. But yes, I do not like wind turbines. I think that they are horrible. They scare away wildlife. They're noisy. They ruin the landscape. They're just a big no from me on wind turbines. You require a lot of, I mean, look at that. Just look up there. The occasional, if you see one wind turbine, then yeah, perhaps you're like, well, that's okay. But more often than not, you happen to see many wind turbines, and you know it's a wind farm, and that's just horrible. It ruins the landscape, it ruins the scenery, it ruins photographic opportunities. It's just not something that's really nice. When you're trying to do landscapes and things from nature, I'm just trying to figure out if there is an opportunity here. Speaking of opportunities for a photograph, and I think that there is an opportunity for a photograph right here. To perhaps just look at the thumbnail. Should a thumbnail be required from this particular section? There we go. Lovely. Continue on our way. Personally, I much prefer nuclear power. I think nuclear power is clean, it's safe, particularly with the reactors that they have now. In fact, even the reactors that they had 15-20 years ago, much safer. So we're not talking about reactors like the one at Chernobyl that was not safe. We're talking about reactors where at the first sign of something going wrong, it switches itself off to avoid the whole chain reaction and the subsequent meltdowns. They produce a lot of power. I'm not sure if technology has moved on since. It's been a while since I've done additional research on nuclear power, but I'm not sure what the solutions are now with what types of reactors. But if I remember correctly, the last types I knew of were PWR reactors, which is pressurized water reactors, where they use water as a coolant and I believe as a control mechanism as well. So those were really good. I think we've got Sizewell B is a PWR reactor. I'm not sure what the new one at Sizewell is going to be, but yes, there's, you know, I think that there is a lot that we could do with nuclear power, but for some reason, I say for some reason, it feels like, I think it's just a lot of scaremongering over the years, and that scaremongering has led to people not wanting nuclear power, where nuclear power is perfectly safe. At least that's my opinion on it. Feel free to disagree. And as I said, I find things like wind farms extremely unsightly. And even when it comes to wind farms in the ocean, I just do not like that either. Simply because there could be a... Wow, that's a big hill. Right. It's kind of blind, which is not good. Means I'm going to really have to... really going to have to put my foot in it. There we go. Not sure what that coach was thinking of doing. Really do not. There we go. Okay, we're underway. Lovely. But yes, even wind farms in the ocean, they're massive structures. And it doesn't make any... It just does not make any sense to me to have these supersized structures in the oceans that are just, I don't know, eating up our oceans. Create it in a place where there's barren land. Hardly anything grows. The oceans are teeming with fish. This is where things get a little bit finicky. But it looks like there's nobody coming in the other direction, so we are okay. There we go. But certainly not in the oceans. Solar power, a little bit better. The reason being is that it doesn't create these huge unsightly wind turbines, so you're sort of in a much better position to appreciate nature whilst you've got these solar farms. The only thing about solar power, of course, is that the heat it generates. Yes, it generates a lot of heat. Why am I indicating now? Also, I'm on the wrong side of the road, aren't I? I've been on the wrong side of the road the entire time, and I only just realised. Wow. That was poor. Although, that being said, I would have realised if someone came towards me in the opposite direction. That was really poor. So that coach was probably not trying to overtake me. It was on the right side of the road. I was on the wrong side of the road. Oh well. Let's not do that again. Yes, I had to pull out in front of that truck, because otherwise that truck would not have given me way, and I did not have enough to turn, or I did not have enough to actually... the slip road wasn't large enough there for me to do what I needed to do. So, yes, solar power I think is a lot nicer. I know that there are some plans for... Okay, that right there was my car. I kind of want to catch that. Oh, let me catch it. I don't have speed. Right, I'm chasing after my own car. This is stupid. This is really stupid, because that guy is going way faster than I can possibly go. Wait, no. Got another gear. And then he's had to slow down because of police. Nope, he's had to slow down because of an accident. There we go, now I'm going to catch up to it. Is that my car? Because it looks like my car. No, it might not be my car. No, it is kind of my car. It's not quite. It's not quite my car, but it's kind of my car. I can go through here, can't I? Oh no, this isn't the one. Where is the tele... Sometimes I have to find the telepass devices on these. Yes, I know, I'm going as fast as I can. Come on, open up. So, what are your opinions? I'd be interested to know what people's opinions are on different types of power generation. What do you prefer? Now, obviously, we used to have coal, we used to have gas, we still have gas. We used to have a lot of coal, and yes, we know coal is a problem because of, you know, the amount of pollution it generates. Even clean coal, it is a problem, and we are trying to move away from said coal, which is perfectly fine. So we're looking at alternatives, and now we've got clean alternatives. We have, or cleaner, they're not all entirely clean because of production and all of that kind of stuff, but we've got solar power, we've got nuclear power, we have wind power, we have hydropower. So hydropower, we're talking about dams generating electricity, and tidal power essentially. So those are our options. Now, I think hydropower is extremely expensive, which I think is why it hasn't been really popular. And also, you've got to have favourable tides. If you do not have favourable tides, then you're not going to get much out of the power, or you're not going to get much power out of your dams. I'm getting too close to this person. I'll back off a little. So I understand, I certainly understand that's one. You've got nuclear power, which I think is the correct way forward. That's just my personal opinion. I think that is the correct way forward. You have wind power, which I think is not the correct way forward. I really think it is not the right way forward at all. This person's going a little bit slow. Oh, now this person speeds up. No, I just saw them tap the brakes again. Okay, fine. Yep, this person did speed up now. Fine. That person's still giving me clearance. I'm actually going to take this lane just because I'm not sure exactly where I'm supposed to be going, so it might be worth me staying in this lane in case that lane that this truck is in sort of peels off. The other options we have, as I said, wind power, I just find them unsightly, noisy. I think that they are worth the cost in a sense. I do not think they're the most cost effective. I think the most cost effective is still nuclear power. But, I mean, there's a lot that I could talk about on this, but I guess it matters, I suppose. Oh, telepass straight. Great. That is what I wanted. Come on, open up, open up, open up, open up, open up, open up. There we go. There is a lot that we can talk about when it comes to power and generation of power. There is a lot that can be discussed. I kind of want to take a picture here just because of those trees, but no, that's the one. But as I said, I suppose everyone has their own opinions. It's just a matter of which one actually does the best for the environment. Same thing with vehicle tax and fuel tax and road tax and all of that, and congestion charge and all of that kind of stuff. Yes, they're trying to clean up the roads, but realistically, how much is it actually doing? And the things that they do that make it worse perhaps do not help quite as much. So I'm talking about things that are delayed, or the damage that's done to an environment, on a project. And also, this is one concern that I have had, and this is why I very much disagree with the fact that in the UK electric cars do not have to pay any road tax. I pay a stupendous amount of road tax for my car, even though my car is ULEZ compliant and exempt, which essentially is the London low emission zone, or the ultra low emission zone, should I say. So my car is compliant to that, but still I have to pay a bunch of tax on my car because it's supposed to be high polluting. But with the mileage I've done on my car, and indeed the previous owners have done on the car, and the carbon emissions produced by the car, my car is less polluting than any electric car on the road. And that is actually factual. That's not an opinion, it's a fact that my car has produced less emissions than an electric car on the road. So again, I feel like there's a lot of politics and unfairness within a lot of things, not just vehicles and vehicle tax, as I'm talking about, but also in power generation. Why don't you want to do nuclear power? There are probably reasons for these that are more than likely political. Got nothing to do with actually the reasons are probably nothing to do with scientific reasons. Most of them are going to be political or economical. Oh well, we can't there's a company doing a deal with us, and this company that's doing a deal with us will build us wind farms, not and if we give them this much money, they will build these wind farms for us, or they will do this for us, and someone has a hand in it. Hello, DHL van. That's the first time I've seen that, someone delivering for DHL like that. And I think that is what has led to the situation that we're in right now. I really do not believe that wind farms would have been the smartest way forward. Unless when they started putting wind farms, unless the research I did was absolutely do not do that. Unless the research I did was absolutely 100% incorrect, where I determined that nuclear power was better, unless I got that very, very, very wrong, I do not understand how people, or how the government... Oh, where am I going? Oh, up here. Very confusing there. I'm not sure how the government came up with the whole, with the whole wind farm seems to be the best idea. That's not the only thing. I mean, as I said, electric cars and all of that seems like it's a political thing. I'll be honest, it really, really seems like it's a political thing. We know that other companies are looking at other solutions. Porsche, for example, is looking at clean octane, clean octane, which is essentially petrol that comes from the carbon dioxide in the air that then goes into our cars produce that carbon dioxide, and the petrol is that carbon dioxide is once again harvested, and that is how do I get to this destination? It's right up the end, and that is how we get clean, sustainable petrol. Works great. It will be a little bit expensive. I think Bosch and Porsche have said that by the year 2030 they'd like it to cost roughly the same as normal petrol, which is great. And I honestly do not mind if it is 5 pence a litre more expensive, then I honestly do not mind spending an additional 5 pence a litre on petrol like that. Hello? There we go. I do not mind spending an additional 5 pence a litre on petrol if it means that I'm going to be helping the environment in such a fashion. I am all for that. And the same thing with power. I mean, the reason I was thinking about power today is not only did I see the wind farm, something in the UK news when I'm recording this about how energy bills are going to be going up a significant amount, and I was just thinking about, you know, how much energy is generated, how the energy is generated, and things like that, and just realizing that there's a lot of politics involved in this sort of stuff, which is very unfair, I would say. Right, can I get this in just like this? Does this have one of those weird rear steering? It does, and that's where it messed me up last time. So I've tried to learn from my mistakes. I've clearly not learnt fast enough. I clearly haven't learnt. I tried to learn from my mistakes. I clearly have not learnt. So it's a lot further back. So if I sort of straighten it now and then turn it, and then immediately start, will that do it? I think that might just do it. There you go. I did learn from my mistakes. Sort of. If that actually goes green, I will be just a smidge surprised. That is actually going to go green. Surely that has to go green. It did as well. Okay, I am a little surprised. That'll do. Straighten that wheel up. Huh. My wheel calibration's completely off here. Oh no, it isn't. It's because I am... There we go. It's not off at all. And let's decouple the cargo. Late. How was I late? How late was I? 26 minutes late. Of course. That was a massive penalty for being 26 minutes late. But yes, again, power, energy, a hot topic for the next few years. The question is, will it be politics that leads the way? Will it be science that leads the way? Will it be balance that leads the way? And will companies, this is the big one, will companies actually have to pay and contribute in the way that the average consumer and individual has to at this point in time, where companies get away scot-free with taxes? And celebrities, will Switzerland no longer be a safe tax haven, so that these people who are earning millions and millions a year will have to pay their taxes? Whether people agree with taxes or not as a concept, if we have to pay our taxes, so should everyone else, especially those that are earning enough to actually make a sustained difference in a country. that's again my take on that. Current company offers, we could take some of that over to Macedonia, a few over to Macedonia. That would be an interesting one. Or we could go over to Rome. That would be nice. That's one I do not want to do. And also I'm just going to, let's just go have a look at generally at the job markets here. I don't know what I was blabbering on about for all that time. What was that? Dasher. I was just trying to come up with whatever I could to talk about something. That is right. That's a potential into Montenegro. Styrofoam into Montenegro. It's not really that much. That fetches us a lot more money, but that's a much longer route. And then what's down here? What else do we have? Granada. It's all the way back. Sorry, I do not want to go there. Albacete, no. No, I think our option is going to be, I think the best option here is going to be our styrofoam. Either styrofoam or the Goodyear Vector 4 Seasons Gen 3. I'm just finding this a little bit annoying. These ones keep ending up late. Take a look at the world map. Where am I going to be picking this up from? If I know where I'm picking this up from, that might help me a little. It's all going to be this area, and then I've just got to go here, go there, work my way out of here. Villa San Giovanni, and then it's going to be this one road all the way, which should be good, all the way into Rome. And it looks like I actually haven't been to Rome, so that is going to be what I'll take next time. Then we might be able to pick something up from IKEA. You never know. Always worth taking a look at IKEA. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to hit the like button if you like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more videos on Transport Fever 2, Euro Truck Simulator 2. My apologies. Leave a comment in the comments box below, letting me know what you think, and also your thoughts on energy, power, the cost of fuel, and all of that kind of stuff, and where are we going in the next 10, 15, 20 years? What do you think is going to happen? Or just give me suggestions as to what to talk about in, well, not the next episode, but in a few episodes' time. If you can do so, please do consider supporting me on Patreon. Link in the description box below. That's www.patreon.com/ECGadget. Your supports would be massively appreciated, and also you can find me on social media at ECGadgetLP for both Twitter and Instagram. That is all from me, and I'll see you next time in Euro Truck Simulator 2.